Welcome back. Welcome back. Mm, just quickly waiting for Simon. Beep, 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 beep. Simon is always taking his time. That poor sleepy man. Here he is. Here he is. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the English semi-finals. So in this English Cup, we just returned from halftime, and now we are here with Simon and Jimmy. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's see. I don't know why I had to turn into a football announcer, but okay. Let's see. What I was trying to say earlier is that I think in place of a subject like music, it would be nice to have a class. I don't know what we would call it, but something like life studies or something like this. And in these classes, they will teach children and teach young teenagers and eventually men and women how to live life. I am sure in your classes, they are always teaching you about how babies are made and how to stop not having babies. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah. In sex education, for example, they tell you use a condom, blah, 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 blah. They always teach you how to prevent these things. But they never ever teach you when one day you want a child, how you will get a child or how you should take care of that child. So what happens is a lot of people, when they get out of school, when they start working, they meet someone they like, they marry, they have a child, they have no idea how to look after this thing. It's a little alien to them. Where do I start? So now we have to learn from our parents or people around us how to look after this baby or child. Um, and it's things like this that I think should be important in school. Uh, Another example is tax, paying taxes. They don't teach you guys how to pay tax in school. They don't teach you about where percentage of tax starts, how it's applied, blah, 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 blah. You know about tax, but you don't know how to pay for tax. And I think that is wrong. I think you should know this because we all are going to do it eventually. Let's see. The point being, I believe there are another good example. Maybe it's different in Vietnam, but where I am from, I was never taught my basic human rights. What rights I as a person have? Yeah, I know the obvious ones. I have the right to live. I have the right to free speech. I have the right to water. But the other things I do not know. I have to look them up. This was never taught to me in school. I don't know. Is it different in Vietnam? Do they teach you your rights? Let's Simon, what do you think? Do they teach you your rights?
Hmm. I think yes.
Ah, okay. Jimmy, do they teach you your human rights in school?
Hmm. I think they teach. They teach.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
No, no, no.
on the higher grade.
But that's good. That is good. But where I'm from, they never taught us. And in most schools that I know of, in overseas, for example, America or in Britain, UK, these places, they don't. Maybe there are some issues there, but still, they do have music. We have arts and culture. Mm. No, I think there can be much more important things. And actually, in this case, I agree with Jimmy. Something like cooking, not just, let's say, for example, Jimmy likes it because it's a interest in it. It's a passion. But there are people that really do not know how to make food. They don't know how to make food for themselves. um, they were never taught how to. And that's a problem because when you are grown up, now you have to either teach yourself or take away. Those are your options. So, yeah, it can be issues. Now, let's quickly look here. As usual, I think I will start and then I will give it to. Okay, I will start, then it is Simon, then it is Jimmy. Okay. Students study school subjects for many hours each day. They want to score 100% on their tests. Getting a perfect score is great, but are school subjects really useful in real life? Simon.
Some people say that most school subjects are a waste of time. First, students will never use them after they get a job, so they should learn practical skills. They should learn how to cook healthy food. They should learn how to use tools to make something. People need these skills during their lives. Second, learning life skills is much more fun than learning school subjects. In students, if students have fun at school, they will learn more.
Interesting. Jimmy?
Hmm. Others say that students should learn school subject. First, most school subjects have students understand the world. For example, history can help the student to understand the past of their country and give them to understand how the nature works. Second, school subjects are more difficult to learn. Students can learn practical skills easily. For example, children can learn how to wash clothes without shower, so we don't have to teach this skill at school.
Well done. Just quickly, Jimmy, this is close, this word.
Clues.
Okay. Let's see. So yeah, almost touching on what we were talking about. Now, let's go with Simon. Why do most students study many hours a day? Oh, sorry, many hours each day.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, no, wait, hold on. No, let's not do the comprehension check. I want us actually to just stay by with our debate and talking. So, Rava, let me ask you, is it important to get a perfect score on a test?
uh, mm,
What do you think?
I think if my parents want a perfect score, I think it's important. But for me, I don't think it is important.
Okay, let's stay with you. Why do
Yeah.
you think it is not
Mm,
important for a
I
perfect
think
score?
learning and improving skill and have a lot of knowledge are more important.
Okay, I like that. What about you, Jimmy? What do you think?
Mm, mm, I think it's on a test, but the perfect score is important, really important. But if you don't have it, it's still good because you can learn something about that the score that you lost.
I'm kind of in the middle with you both. I agree that having a good score on your tests, a very good score even, is important. It's important simply because the only reason why is for your job in the future. It's the only reason why. Um, Now, I'm going to give you some examples of people that did, well, actually, two people that I have in mind that did horrible in school. And they are two of the most famous mathematicians. That is Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking. Both of these students did horrible in school. Really, really bad at school. Some teacher actually thought that they were idiots. They were dumb. It's only later in life when something started to interest them. They find interest. For example, for Albert Einstein, it was math. It was math and the theory of relativity, how everything can be connected through this theory of his. Um, and for Stephen Hawking, it was a teacher that inspired him in college. He was about to drop out of college. He was about to fail college. But one teacher inspired him. And it was this teacher's passion for the universe and how the solar system works that made Stephen Hawking think, huh, maybe I'll give this a try. And he actually started trying to study. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because in school, a lot of people think that if you do bad in school, that you are an idiot or so on. Now, this can be true sometimes, but sometimes it's just not true. It depends if you are interested in school or not. It depends if you are trying or not. It depends on even sometimes life at home is not that good. So you do not want to pay attention to this homework or test of yours tomorrow because you are focusing on your life right now just to survive. Um, Basically, what I'm saying is that it is, I think, for people to look back at your school days in terms of a career, it is good to have good scores. So they think, oh, this man is very smart. Da, 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 da. But it is okay not to have a perfect score. We are all human. We all make mistakes and things happen in life. So having a good score is important, but beating yourself up and criticizing yourself about not doing good is not going to help anything. If anything, it's only going to make it worse for yourself. So that's basically what I have to say there. Sorry, I got a bit emotional in my speech. Let's see. Simon, should schools teach us how to cook? What do you think?
Uh, I don't think schools should teach how to cook.
Interesting.
Mm, because students can learn it at home from their parents. I think schools should focus on academic subjects.
Okay. Academic. Academic subject. Okay. Uh, Jimmy might assault you with a pen, but okay. Mhm. Jimmy, what do you think?
Mm, I think as me, I think school should teach how to school. It is not about it is bring out the like bring out it is the main subject or it will help you in something in the college or something
Mm,
because cooking is a life skill,
yeah.
a very like it will have a very low like low player of the difficulty, and it also have the one of the like the most highest selling of difficulty.
Mm,
So the how to cook for the student is I think is a more important because
mm,
other thing like because cook can also teach you how to like oh this mushroom are very very dangerous, very toxic, but when you cook it with this technique it will be
mm,
very delicious. That
mm.
is a very important important information that
Yes.
you will need
Use.
in your life.
Mm, mm, mm. Okay. I'm kind of agreeing here with Jimmy. This is because besides it being an important life skill, and I understand what you are saying, Simon, that um, in school we should learn academic things, things that only teachers can teach us, where as cooking our parents can teach us or we can learn at home. But the problem there is that not every child has a parent. Not every child goes home to parents that want to teach them. So I feel a school should provide this information to a child, especially when they don't have access to these kinds of things. And when they grow up, like I said, some people never learn how to cook. In today's modern time, there is so many people that do not know how to cook for themselves. Now, um, what I like about what Jimmy also said is I believe cooking can teach you about math. It can teach you about chemistry. It can teach you about how to work with your hands, practical skills. It can teach you about safety. It can teach you actually in a few ways. It touches on many different little things, even nature, if you think about it, and technology. So that's that. I feel cooking can be a very useful subject. It can be a way to introduce these other subjects to new people. A good example, if you need to make jelly, you have to make sure your ratio is correct between water and jelly. Otherwise, you won't have jelly. You will have flavored water or cement. But let's see then. Simon, should your school allow you to stop learning a subject if you don't like it?
Um,
Yes, I don't like
I
literature. I don't want to learn it anymore. Go away.
I think they shouldn't.
Mm, mm,
Because some subjects are important for um, general knowledge and future opportunities.
mm, mm,
Uh, Students may dislike a subject now, but become interested in it later.
or it can
Mm,
become important.
yes,
Mm, mm,
schools should encourage students to try their best
mm,
instead of avoiding difficult subjects.
mm. Very true. I like that. I like that. It's very true. Um, what about you, Jimmy? What do you think?
Hmm. I think it will be the like it you can the school can allow you to stop learning subject like it not like the English
Mm,
the literature or the math.
mm, mm,
It will be a subject like physical education,
mm.
drawing, art, music, or even cooking. If
Less
it is,
important. Less important.
yes, the thing that is less important than the other.
Mm. I agree. I actually like that. That is, um, I, I I like that. That's kind of combining both your answers at the end there, which is I agree with you, Simon. Certain subjects, just because we don't like it, doesn't mean we shouldn't learn about it. It helps with your general knowledge and it helps you as a person develop. It helps you understand and it helps you in life in the long time and the long term. It will help you. But I like what Jimmy said there that certain subjects I think should be able to be dropped to make you a little bit happy here, Simon. I believe literature can be dropped. I believe you can drop literature and do something that you would like instead. Because in English alone, reading books and reading certain things can help you. Whereas literature like Shakespeare and these types of books, you would never, you will never use the English of Shakespeare in your life ever again. It is useless. This is just for your reading comprehension or at least your reading skills. And I believe it is useless. Um, so replacing subjects like Jimmy said, cooking, physical education, music, drawing, arts and crafts, these I believe should be, if you don't have interest in this, replace that subject with a subject that could be important. Like we mentioned, um, well, not necessarily cooking, but something else in that line of work. Raising a child, paying taxes, uh, becoming a homeowner. What are the benefits of becoming a homeowner versus having an apartment? Um, Most people in their late 50s or so still don't know what a mortgage is on a house. And this could be important to know. This literally could save your life knowing about such information. But schools never teach you. Small things like that. So let's see. Ooh, I'm going to switch it up. Jimmy, is it important to learn history at school?
Hmm, uh, I think we should we must learning because it is very important.
Why do you think it
Uh,
is?
First, when you are learning history, You are not just learning about the history, you also learning the look about how the cultural change in the history too.
Very true. Very true. I like that. What about you, Simon? What do you say? Uh-oh. Let me just pull up my app, go back to teacher, stop playing this. Okay.
Can
Hi.
you read the question?
uh, is it important to learn history at school?
Uh, I think yes, because it helps us understand the past and learn from previous mistakes.
There you go. I was
Mm,
looking for an answer like that. Um, what Jimmy said was correct in terms of you have to look at cultural changes that can happen. And like you just said there, learning from previous mistakes. A good example is World War II. There were so many mistakes that happened on both sides of World War II that it is important to look at them, see what happened, and see how we can not do that again. So we need to learn from our mistakes. And the only way how is to know what mistakes you made or people made to not do them again. Okay, let's see. Then let's start with Simon. Is it important to go to a good university?
um,
Let's
I
say
think
university slash college.
yes.
Mhm. Why do you think so?
Uh, because mm, uh, uh, university diploma
Mhm.
mm, at a good university, it is so important to find a job.
Mm.
So I think it's important.
I will tell you now the word there. Uh, what about you, Jimmy? What do you think?
Mm, I think good university is very important because it will make you have a, uh, a great a great great thing of like the great flaw of studying. Yeah,
It will help
you will
you.
like wait, let I don't know how to describe.
um, it will help you. Would you say it would help you learn more in life? It will help you learn more about the subject.
I think I found it will make it you will have a solid foundation. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. It will help you have a solid foundation. So if you, let's say, want to become, I know, for example, in some universities, they have culinary school where you learn how to be a chef, a master chef, and so on. And in this case, going to a place like that, uh, it gives you a solid foundation of understanding what you have to do in a job. Now, a good example is if you want to become a doctor, it's good to go to a university and understand, this is how I'm supposed to do my job. A good example of this as well is in when you are a new doctor. Just because you are new, you don't want to make a mistake with a patient. You don't accidentally want to poison your first patient. So you have to have an idea of how to do your work. Although you are brand new, can't really make a mistake there. It's kind of like that. So even doctors do make mistakes, but usually it's very small mistakes. The important things need to be right. Now, in a case like this, Simon, remember earlier when you asked, or you told me that it's important for college because of the degree needs to be good as well. So the word you were looking for is that a better or a good university is more credible. The credibility of the university is better. What do you know what I mean by credible? Or the credibility?
No.
So this is another way of, we can say it is a trusted university. Places like Harvard, Yale, Oxford, Cambridge, these universities are very famous and they are very good universities, but they are also famous and that because they are trusted. You know, if you go there, it's a good university. It's expensive, but you know it's good. And therefore, it's more credible. For example, Simon, if you showed up with your first day at job and your degree is from Cambridge University, people are going to go, wow. But if you show up with your degree from McDonald's, they might think twice. They might think, maybe he does not know what he's talking about in the scientific field because he studied at McDonald's. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. Whew. Okay, guys. So what I am going to do, but I'm not sure. I will have a conversation with my head teacher for you guys. But what I would like you to do is I would like you to look at these three subjects, or three statements. Sorry, I would like you to look at these three statements for me, and then tell me. Do you agree with or disagree with the statement? I want you to make a short video for me. And you only have to choose one. Only have to choose one. And then say if you agree with it and your reason why you agree with it or disagree with it. And this is, schools should teach only practical skills that we need in real life. Schools should allow students to choose between learning school subjects and learning practical skills, or languages are the most important things that students learn at school. So for homework next week, you can just make a short video. You can choose any one of the three and just talk about it. Say, I agree because blah, 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 or I disagree because blah, 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 blah. Okay. Simple, quick, easy. Okay, guys, must be late and you must be tired. I'm sorry, but enjoy your night and sleep well. Okay.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye,
Bye, Jimmy.
teacher.
Bye, Simon. Enjoy your night. Bye.
Yeah.